Financial markets starting today. Welcome, people. I'm the Naked Trader, and today we will analyze Bitcoin, Dodo versus USDT, Ring Central, Monero versus Bitcoin, Apple, Rose versus USDT, and Ethereum. So, this is the first week of March. This is the Bitcoin chart. Let's start with it, and this is the monthly. Let's see how we close February. That's a small spinner, green candle, rejection from the last drop off. And now we started with a red March month. A rejection from the last high, I would say normally we will go back to the start of the impulse. If we compare it to the previous all-time high, and then we had a pullback, we tried to break it, we made a new all-time high, but there was no monthly gain, and as there was no gain, we went back to the start of the impulse here and tried to bot it up for another higher high and failed. So this brought us all the way down, and now we are here. We failed to gain, and let's see what will happen the coming months. Okay, now trying to find support somewhere, and from the monthly I will change to the weekly. So a rejection of this range. Now let's see if we can hold support where we are, and if not, then we will test lower. Okay, I will make last week's chart visible, and let's change to the daily. So at the daily chart we are still in an upwards trajectory, a low and high, higher low, higher high, and try to hold another higher low. So the scenario here is playing out. This scenario is still possible. As you can see here, if you enter the long here at 22,800 where I've drawn it in, then you could have made some profits, 5.3%. And now let's see where we hold. Okay. So for now this one is still valid, and I will add some new scenarios. So either we hold from here, have another higher low and higher high, and you can enter on the pullback and try to break the 25,000, or we fail to hold support and we will test lower. Yeah, it's very hard to predict which one will hold at this point, because there are many entries. So I would recommend you to play it on the lower time frame after a gain. But for now, these are possible scenarios. Okay, and from Bitcoin, we will go to Dodo versus USDT. Dodo. Let's start at the weekly chart. Okay. Okay, weekly gain from the last drop off. Nice. And now we will change to the daily. So either we hold the top of the range, or we will test a little lower. So I see two possible entries. The 18.5 cents to test the 36 cents, or another entry around 14.1 cents, and I try to break the 27.7 cents. Yes. Okay, that was Dodo. And from Dodo we will go to Ring Central. And this is the monthly chart, a lot of red months. And now we are here. This looked like accumulation zone. And we will change to the weekly. Let's see what we can find. Okay, nice gain. Okay, I'll start drawing in some levels. And from the weekly we will go to the daily. Okay. Rejection of this volume area, the $47 area. Still an open CME cap around $29. I think this one is tricky. Okay. High risk. Either we are already too late for the long, a test at 47. Or an entry around 29. But keep a tight stop loss and try to break the 43 area. So keep a tight stop loss, because if we lose this, then we have a free fall. Okay, and if we gain, let's say if we gain the $47 area, then we can enter around 38, let's say. Yeah, 37 area. Okay. That is Ring Central. And from Ring Central, we will go to Monero versus Bitcoin. And I will start at the monthly chart. You see a nice monthly gain from this area. Okay. I'll change to the weekly. We had nice upwards momentum, but now we lost the last low, which brought us here. Okay. And let's see if we can find an entry somewhere. Okay, we'll change to the daily. Lower lows and lower highs. This one already tested. Okay. Phew. Okay. So either we will go up from here and break the 7,133 sets, and then another, there's an entry around 6,704 sets to try to break the last drop off. Yes. Or we will test lower. It will be a lot lower. And that is around 5,101 sets, and try to come back in the current range, the 6,700 area. And if we lose the support of 5,101 sets, then the next support is at 4,044 sets. Okay, so that's the plan for Monero versus the Bitcoin. And from Monero we will go to Apple. Apple all-time high around $182. Yeah, let me add some levels. By the way, this is the monthly chart. Okay, what do we see? A high, a low, lower high, lower low. And now we are rejecting this high, the 157 area. And from the monthly, I will change to the weekly. What do we see here? yeah, we had a rejection of this high, back to the start of the impulse, try to go up, fail. Okay, we have a loss here of this low candle, so a lower low. A rejection at the weekly too. Okay, either we go back to the 119 area and try to come back in the current range, the 133 until 155. Or we will test even lower, the 107 area. And then you try to break the 119. Or we will have a gain of the last drop off, and then the construction changes from downwards to upwards, and you can enter around 133 and try to break the all-time high of 177. So I think these are three nice scenarios for Apple the coming days/weeks. And from Apple, I will go to Rose versus USDT. Okay, this is the monthly chart. The monthly is still downwards. Low and high, lower low, lower high. I will change to the weekly. Okay, at the weekly I see that we have a weekly gain from this drop off. The 6.4 cents. So at the weekly chart we broke the downwards construction. Okay, from the weekly I will change to the daily. Okay, very nice. I see two potential entries. And that is around 5.2 cents. And try to break the last high, and that is already more than 57%. And if we manage to break, then the next target will be the 10-cent area, and that is more than 100% profit for the aggressive play. And for the defensive play, 86 and 134. We might be too late for the aggressive play. Here, this wick here already touched this here, so it's already tested. So might be more risk to enter the aggressive one now. So we might be too late. So the defensive one is still open with a nice RR. Easy to pull the stop loss. Let's say here. So 8.7. Yeah, for altcoin, okay. So yeah, that's the plan for Rose the coming days. And from Rose, I will go to Ethereum. And with Ethereum, I will also start at the monthly chart. Nice spinner last month, and now we're starting with a red month. Still hard to break this whole range here. And from the monthly, let's change to the weekly now. We do have weekly gains from the last drop off. Okay, I will make last week's chart visible. Let's see where we can hold support. And I will change to the daily. Okay, this was the plan that I've drawn in last week. The short got front runner a little bit. Yeah. And now we are on the way to try to find support. We did try to find support here at the 1590 area, but we failed. So this one is not in play anymore, and now we are on the way lower. Yeah. So either we already hold support here, or we test a little lower at 1505 or 1410. Can even be lower. That's why last week I recommend you to play it in price, same as with Bitcoin. And if we manage to hold support where we are now, then we need to test the 1645 area, the last drop off. So that's very short analyze of Ethereum. So that was it for this week. I want to thank you guys for watching this week's video. Don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button if you like this content, and see you guys next week. Cheers, bye bye.